live in the dungeon. This is the Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Mick Strawn. Aha! Put the headphones on. Quick.
Okay.
Sorry to bother you?
How the hell did I get into the dungeon? I just woke up.
No, you did? Well, I dragged you down here.
Oh. Well.
That is a staircase. You know what? The thing is I really regret the fact that they sold the Frankenstein staircase for $5.
They could at least put a railing up.
Something.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
I'm just saying, it is dangerous.
And all the cobwebs?
Camber and all that.
Every time I walk through the cobwebs, I
think that rat's growing another head. Hello, people. How you doing?
I think I'm going to use my white voice for this introduction.
You do that. You use your super white voice.
In an alternate present-day version of Oakland, telemarketer Cassius Green discovers a magical key to professional success, propelling him into the universe of greed. Radio!
And the voice, I immediately recognized it as... I'm blanking on his name now. The comedian with the glasses. David Cross.
Oh, was it David Cross?
Yes, I immediately totally recognized his voice. And I'm like, that voice is perfect.
You know, my mailman is evil David Cross.
Why? Because he looks like him, or he?
Yeah, no, he looks just like him, and except for he looks like David Cross if David Cross were evil and didn't care about anything.
I don't think David Cross really cares about anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And the other one, of course, you know who the other one was. Who's in every freaking movie as voiceovers nowadays?
I have no idea.
Patton Oswalt.
Oh, yeah, I was curious. Yeah, it was Patton Oswalt.
But that was a perfect pair, and I really like the David Cross voice is perfect.
Oh, man.
So my wife and I have joked about that, how people have two different voices, and they use them all the time. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I was like... a little annoyed though because it got it almost took a turn at the end.
You
took
just
a
said that
dive.
Everybody has two voices.
I think everybody does.
Have you ever noticed that
two.
I had two voices?
Look, crazy and crazier.
Yeah, that's pretty much okay. So I loved this film. I mean, I was absolutely hooked, and the thing is I thought, oh well, I can fast forward through it. I couldn't even advance myself 10 seconds on this damn thing.
I felt like it took. I enjoyed it. It was really original.
The middle was a little bit.
The originality
slow.
Was great.
Yeah,
but don't you think kind of toward the end it kind of took a turn and took kind of a nosedive? Didn't really like.
Oh no, absolutely! It went everywhere that it had to go. I thought it went everywhere it had to go.
But I thought it went bad at the end.
Oh, you mean at the last 20 seconds?
I think it.
Yeah, the last 20 seconds sucked. You know what?
I wasn't saying that. I think last 20 minutes, but personally. I liked the whole thing, but I'm just saying it lost a little bit of its luster for me, like 3/4 of the way.
So Mr. Ed bothered you? Is that what it was? Was it Mr.
Actually,
Ed?
I liked Mr. Ed. That won points for me because I was like, before the horses were introduced, I was like, oh come on. And then when they were there, I'm like, okay, come on, let's do it.
Right, let's do this thing.
Yeah, Mr. Ed.
I swear to God, the twists and turns of this thing as it went along, I was like, oh, that's good. That's good. You know, it put a smile on my face, and I had my white voice on. And
this reminded me, it felt a little bit like that Bandersnatch, but this was a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, no, this was
like
a lot
this
more
should have been the Choose Your Own Adventure.
Right. Oh, yeah, that would have been great. Think of all the options you could have.
But no, I thought it was cool, especially because I mean it was kind of predictable, but who cares? It was the way they did it was awesome. Like
I loved the fact that it had a bunch of
it was satire. The whole thing was satire.
It was completely satire, and it was like another time, you know. And but what was great was that they had this great stratification of a black group.
Yeah.
Right. You know, which is something that's obviously there.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like you always have the stratification done from here's the white people.
Yeah.
And here's the black people, and that's where the stratification in the characters goes. Right. You know.
Yeah.
This totally not. You got the black people, and you have every black people, all of them, you know, and everybody's doing their good or bad thing or interesting thing all the way through. It was great.
But one of my favorite lines is when he was like, "I'm still going to support you guys, but I'm going to do it from the sidelines."
Right. That's. I thought that was pretty good.
Because I've made it big.
From in back, because I made it. Yeah. Right. You know what was weird is there was something about it that kind of reminded me of Hudsucker Proxy.
Oh, the copy room thing.
Oh yeah,
the papers flying around.
Right.
That was totally like Hudsucker.
Absolutely. But not only that, it kind of like was that, you know, taking one guy out of obscurity because of a little town. I mean, Hudsucker Proxy wasn't because of a particular talent or anything like other than the circle, but you know, the fact that he was rising up through the ranks and
he's kind of like seen as an idiot by the higher ups.
Right. You know, but he's immediately becomes part of it. You know what? And they said they've done studies lately, and they have found that if they give people BMWs, now this is serious,
they turn into assholes.
They turn into assholes. Yeah. Right.
I had one cut me off today on the way to work, and I'm like, just because you drive a BMW doesn't mean you have to drive like you have a BMW.
Well, I had a BMW for a long time, and I was a complete asshole. But
yeah, that explains a lot. That's why you're so cool now.
Yeah, that's what it is, because I got rid of the BMW.
You don't have one anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, I actually wrote down, what the hell's going on in the copy room?
Yeah, that was hilarious. There were like lots of like little in jokes as you were going along. There was things that were happening in the background that was like just
the garage door opening.
The garage door opening. The art gallery was hilarious. You know, all these different, you know, bizarre interpretations of Africa.
Yeah.
You know, which was like that's
and then she had a voice too.
Right. And then she had a voice. That
was surprising me. I like the whole satire with the worry-free corporation.
Yeah,
that was perfect. It was like
but I love the fact that they hardly even cleaned up the people for the ads.
Right.
You know, it's like
they just put an outfit on them.
What I thought was great was like there was the director kind of did this thing where he put these people that had tension in their faces. You know, it's like that one guy that almost had like twitch in his eye, like, hey, come on, everything's fine.
And then that guy takes a bite of that woman's food, and she's looking at him like,
right, like. Hey, don't touch my food.
Danny Glover. I mean, where did he come from?
Danny Glover. Oh, guy, he was great.
Everything was. I mean, I like the Left Eyes. You know, the Left Eye group. That
right.
was like rising up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
the Coke bottle head.
The wig.
When I saw that, the wig with the Coke bottle with the Coke can there, and when I saw her, you know, have it looked so utterly random. You know, it was like, I mean, it's weird when I get caught out for stuff like that, but I said, hey lady, did you notice that there's a Coke can in your head? But then seeing the shot of the whole crowd with the same wig and the Coke can was hilarious.
And then there's one scene where there was a big speech happening, and I just got this feeling, everything's going to go horribly wrong.
This is all going to go horribly wrong.
And then the guy that's like the guy from Walking Dead,
right?
That was just kind of hanging out there. I just didn't like his character because he was like, you know, waiting to pounce on the girlfriend.
Right? Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, boy, it was.
The guy played Sideburns. Whatever. I want to know what went on
the
there.
The manic guy. Sales.
No, the guy with the sideburns that went up to his mouth.
Right.
The Patton Oswalt character.
Yeah, right. The guy who's
I'm saying Patton Oswalt. People are picturing Patton
Oswalt.
Yeah,
not exactly. No.
But no, I've been in sales for 15 years now.
Yeah.
And a little bit of this reminded me of some of my jobs I've had. One of them was definitely when I first started working at Yellow Pages.
Right.
My managers were kind of like that annoying guy that was, you get the corpses and you tag him and you bag him. It was kind of like, I had a manager like that.
I tell you, that part right there, I thought to myself that was probably pretty close.
Yeah. Well, especially telemarketing, and I don't know how people could do that, and they didn't even know if they were making money or not.
Well, I think the best commentary on groups of salesmen at meetings to motivate each other was Dwight Schrute.
Yeah.
When he was when he did Mussolini. Remember, he took Jim gave him all of Mussolini's speeches, and he got up there and he absolutely killed it with the Mussolini speeches.
Oh, yeah.
Which, to me, was the most hilarious thing I have ever heard.
I'm trying to figure out. Oh, Robert Longstreet.
Yeah, right.
He was like kind of
the sleazy,
your average loser boss.
Yeah, right.
That was great.
Average loser boss.
Well, he was just perfect for the character, I think.
Oh, he was, absolutely.
But I had a lot of flashbacks from my early sales days, especially.
But you know what I also love? I loved that. It's very different as a designer to do bedrooms. Bedrooms are things that we hate. Yeah. Because a bedroom's got a bed in it.
Are they boring?
Yeah, well, it's hard. I mean, it's like, how do you design a great kitchen table, right? Because it's got a pretty big functionality thing going, How do you design a great bedroom? Because, there's a bed there. That's about it.
Bed and a dresser, basically.
Yeah, a bed and a dresser, right?
Yeah.
But what they did is they went to the triangle building, and opened it up to the windows, which was how great was that? I mean,
that was an awesome room.
Yeah, I don't know which triangle building
actually
that was,
like both bedrooms,
because there's one in Culver City.
Yeah,
there's one in Culver City down across from Laird's studio, and I'm not sure if that's the one that was, because either that one or the one in New York that they also used as the exterior for John Wick.
Oh.
Remember, that's the triangle building, too. You remember the whole front of it is just the front of that triangle building, right? There, I don't know how many of them there are across America.
Right.
Now, I don't think that there's a whole bunch.
I don't think there are.
There's at least 2 of them in L.A. I know of. There's one in Culver City. There's one in downtown L.A. And I know for sure there's one in New York.
There can't be that many.
Yeah. So anyway, they had to film at one of them, and that was a sharp room. And boy, it just looks great on film, opening up on both, being able to see both sides and see that you're actually there. That was great. I enjoyed it.
Did you notice the scene where the white people were still seeing people differently? Like, they were going to shake the guy's hand and they were nervous, and the other one, the Patton Oswalt, said, "Oh, he's friendly."
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no.
Like, you can shake his hand, he won't bite you. What was that all about?
Yeah, well,
that would kind of surprise me. It kind of came out of nowhere. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
and then the whole thing with the bathroom. I mean, I can't ruin it for anybody who's going to watch it, but there was a bathroom scene that was pretty surprising and interesting. And some characters that were introduced at that point that were really interesting.
Different definition of reach
I'm wondering
around,
if that's what happened to the Sideburns guy, the Patton Oswalt.
Right.
I shouldn't say Patton Oswalt. The guy, the other guy.
No, I got to tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was Omari Hardwick. He was Mr. Bleep. Remember how you couldn't even say his name?
Yeah, I couldn't even say that's right. And they're talking back and forth about his name,
He's
Beep,
like,
beep,
don't call me Mr. Bleep. Call me Bleep.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, but the production design was absolutely dead spot on.
Oh, that was great. That's actually what kept me in there, even when I was kind of losing interest through 3/4 of the way in. And then it brought me back.
It got a little slow, it's particularly the part right around where you walk into the gallery, right?
Yeah.
And the Africa. And the thing is at that point, the set kind of carried it for me for a little bit, because that was a really interesting set.
With some good visuals there too.
Yeah,
I mean, it was interesting. It was bizarre.
Yeah, and
Terry Crews had his little cameos. He always is the same crazy character.
He does.
Is that what he is in real life? He just must be like that.
Must be that,
I like Tessa Thompson. She's never disappointed me.
Yeah.
She's been in a lot of stuff recently.
No, she was great. She was absolutely
wasn't she in Thor?
Was she in? No, I don't think she was.
Wasn't
in
she
Thor.
like the badass in Thor?
No,
that was.
No,
she was Valkyrie in Endgame. So that means she was Valkyrie and. Yeah, she was in Thor Ragnarok. She was Valkyrie.
She was
that badass. That was
that's right.
With the gun on the plane.
The one that falls off the ramp at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, so she's also going to be in Avengers, playing the same character apparently.
Oh, well, there you go.
But no, she's always. I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff. I mean, I've seen her in Creed. The Rocky movie.
Oh yeah,
a couple other things, but
Yeah, no, I like her. I think she's just got a great presence. She's solid as a brick.
Yeah.
You know what? She's has that.
Well, I think I've said this before. She's kind of like the Michelle Rodriguez, but one that can act.
Right. If Michelle Rodriguez could act,
right,
she'd be Tessa Thompson.
I hope I don't ever run into Michelle Rodriguez because she'll kick my ass.
Yeah, because either one of them will probably kick your ass.
Probably. I'm like Barney Fife over here.
That's right.
But yeah, the picture on IMDb has got me though. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah,
that works.
there you go. Okay.
But,
so, yeah, I loved this film all the way through. I got to tell you, there wasn't, like I said, it was a little bit slow in the middle, but there were things that picked it up for me. What a great set of comments on society in general. You know, I just had a great time. Yeah,
stick to the script. See, I was never one that did that, and I always got in trouble for that.
Really?
When I was with my manager, I would stick to the script. So I'd be talking to a customer. This is my first sales job, Yellow Pages.
See,
I have to tell people, hey, what's wrong with this phone book? I don't see you in here. That must mean you're out of business. I have to say stuff like that. And they were looking at me like, why are you being such a dick?
Well, yeah, really. I have no ability to stick to a script.
And if she wasn't there, I'd be like, dude, do you want to be in the phone book or not? There's 2 phone books. If you're not in both of them, you might be missed. You might not be missed. It's like half the price of the Sprint phone book. And then, okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I was a little bit more casual.
Yeah, there you go.
My manager wants me to tell you that you're an asshole because you're not in the phone book.
Right, but
I'm here to say, give or take it, whatever.
Give or take. You know, I'm not a script guy myself, as if you didn't.
I can't even memorize stuff very well. Well, we also have the story like, did I ever tell you the story of the Yellow Pages? Back in 1972 in Buffalo, New York, this man decided to start a company in his basement. It was like...
Really? God, I couldn't...
It was 3 paragraphs and you had to memorize it, and it came up to like show the value of the Yellow Pages.
And then you had to stick to the script, right?
With that story you did.
Wow.
Our manager would yell at us, hey, they throw something at us and say, okay, tell me the story of Yellow Pages. And if you didn't know it, then you basically got in trouble. But yeah, it was good training for me for life.
Well, for life,
how to deal with assholes,
to stick to the script,
how to be an asshole, and then how to get rid of those traits when you get another job where you actually want to be a nice person. But I can talk to assholes better now. It was good training for me.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Obviously. Sorry.
Wow. Wow.
I wasn't talking about you.
That came out of... Yeah, no. No. You were talking to somebody else that's in this room.
Well, the rat.
Well, the rat, okay.
You know,
right.
he's kind of a jerk. He thinks I should feed him every day.
Well, screw that. He's got a cat to eat.
We didn't rate it.
I don't think we rated this. You know,
I'm not probably not as high as you are. I think it's definitely above average. I'm like, I had my doubts at 3/4 of the way in. Then it brought me back in with the bathroom incidents and things like that. It sounds really strange to say it that way, but
wow,
I think I'm like at a 3.
Really? Because I was gonna go 3.8.
I don't know if I don't know.
I just liked it. You know what? The thing is it was likable, and up until the last 15 seconds, it was totally like. I didn't know what the hell that was. I mean, that's like. Yeah, you know that last little twist. You know, it was just one twist too many.
I don't know. I think it's when he was with the guy that was kind of like the big corporate guy.
Right.
That's when I started losing interest. Like, it just went on too long, that whole scene with him. And I think I kind of took a turn the wrong direction for a while, and then it didn't really get me fully back.
Yeah.
It didn't get me fully back.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
You're that kind of guy.
I did gain some points though when the guys came out and did the thing with the thing and got the guy out of the thing.
Right. That
was awesome.
That was really good. You know, because it was getting pretty depressing.
But you're right. The last 15 seconds was totally like, okay, well, I can't make it to the bathroom, so oh well. That's kind of how that was.
Yeah, it was a little rough. It was a little rough right there. But yeah, you know, and here's the other thing is I have just heard nothing about this film.
I had no idea what it was.
When I started watching it, I mean, I knew what it was because we saw a commercial for it. But I have to say that the commercial did a really good job of disguising what it was about.
Yeah.
Because, I thought it was about a guy who had a funny voice. And it went way out there from there, So yeah.
That should be the description. Guys with funny voices work at a sales job.
There you go.
And run into problems.
And run into problems. And they really do.
Did you see that picture? There's a picture on IMDb that looks like... Anyway, I'll cut that out, but that was bothering me. I'm like...
That face bothers you?
No, because that's exactly what we saw.
It is what we saw. That's right. No, but that's the pig version. Okay.
Oh, speaking of Twilight Zone.
Yes?
Did you see that Jordan Peele posting Twilight Zone on CBS?
Yes. Did you also hear that he was only going to have black people as his leads?
Really?
Yeah. That's his...
That's interesting.
Which is great, Who cares?
Well, I mean... How many years have they only had?
Yeah,
people?
I know.
I really don't care.
Hell, we really don't have much to say after blackface. So I don't know. After Al Jolson, we just don't have anywhere to go with that. It's like, oh, okay, well, good. You do you.
In fact, I'd be fine if they did what Eddie Murphy did on Saturday Night Live. It did like the white face thing.
That's right, the bathroom. I remember he walks around and he gets money.
It's like a newspaper, free newspaper.
Yeah, free newspaper. Yeah. No, we don't pay you. You don't pay for that.
Got a free haircut. Yeah. And he had the voice.
And he did have the voice.
Yes.
It was you know what? That was the forerunner of this film.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So anyway, good job all the way down the line. I might add.
Anybody named Bootsy has got to be good, right?
Exactly. Yeah. No. Absolutely. I enjoyed the hell of it, and I might point out that I liked it better than you.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Thanks for joining us on the Dream Warrior Review podcast. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, follow us, and, of course, like us. We can be found on Podbean, which is an amazing app, YouTube, Stitcher, Alexa on any pod, iTunes, Google Play. We're on Twitter as well, at DW Review, and, of course, Facebook. You can find us there. You can also email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com. About